Hello friends, how are you? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today we're going to be setting up my bullet journal theme for April 2022. We're going to be doing a fun black and white checkers with sunflower theme. It reminds me of a pair of Vans, like the sneakers, the skateboard sneakers, which I have several pairs of. None of them with this design though, but I felt like it was a good marry of spring and also me trying to infuse my channel with a little bit more of my style and me and who I am. Another way I'm doing that is that I found this cool like pop punk instrumental music on YouTube to use, so I will link that in the description box. We're already going in on the first page, which is just a big grid of black and white checkers, and then I made a bunch of little sunflowers. I found some pictures of sunflowers on Pinterest, and then I kind of collaged them all together on my iPad and cut them all out. There are a few different designs. There's one design that's 3 sunflowers together, like would be good for a corner framing. There are some big single flowers. There are those same big flowers, I shrunk them down and printed a bunch of them much smaller. And then 2 of them there's 3 flowers together, but there's a big opening in the middle so that you can write words in between. So I used that one for this first cover page to say April in the middle, and you'll see later when I use the second one. We're already moving on to the calendar spread, 2 pages as per usual. I'm just doing a regular square grid calendar as I do, and it took me a little bit to figure out what I wanted to do here because the design is black and white squares, and then my calendar was also squares. So like trying to differentiate between the two and make it like a cool design was a little bit tough, but I think I figured out something kind of cool. So they're kind of in the background, and I didn't want them lining up with the actual calendar squares themselves, so they're kind of spaced differently than they are the rest of the layout, but I think it came out really cool, and you'll see what I mean. I'm working on them right now in the video. I'm even making them go like down the middle of the page, and they're all uneven on the top, like taller and shorter than the other one next to it, and I don't know, I think it looks cool. It's like an unfinished graph thing. Now I printed out the days of the week to put at the top of the calendar with the same font that I used for the April on the cover page, and actually this font is called skateboarding, so I kind of kept that theme going of the skateboarding sneakers and now a skateboarding font. And I know I said I didn't have a pair of shoes like this. I do have checkered ones. They just don't have flowers on them. They're just checkered. And I wear them almost every single day. They're so comfortable. They're like the extra cushy Vans. And I love them so much. Now I'm highlighting the top of each row of boxes, with the yellowish color that kind of matches the sunflowers. I just wanted to add a little bit more color to the page, even though I am going to add some flowers too, but I didn't want them to be the only color. I think this ties it together really, really well. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but I purposely put on a flannel shirt that was also black and yellow. I just really love a theme, and that's part of the reason I'm so good at bullet journaling, because I love it so much, just because I love a theme. I decided to cut one of the flowers in half because I didn't want the big circular flower at the top there, and now I'm just figuring out where I want all the small flowers to go and kind of rearranging them. And now I'm gonna number them 1 through 30. There's 30 days in April. It ends on a Saturday, which is really beautiful for my calendar spread. And I forgot to highlight 2 boxes, so I fixed that there as well. Oh, I also pre-cut the tabs before I even filmed this video. I just wanted to get them out of the way. They're the same as they are every month. I do about 4 dots for each, like 4 spaces in between dots for each of the tabs. My next 2 page spreads are my monthly faves and finds and my TV shows, as it usually is. This is the same sunflowers that I used on the cover page, and then I wrote monthly faves and fives in between. And I had also remembered that I created a black and white checker pattern Procreate brush, like way back when I first figured out how to do that, and now I've forgotten again. But when I made the monthly faves and finds printout thing, I just put some checkered behind that, and now I didn't have to create my own checkers on the page. I'm working on my TV tracker right now. It's pretty much the same as always, but I remembered this time to add a couple more spaces to the Thursday lineup, because that seems to be a big night for me to watch TV. So I had to add some extra spaces there. Sundays and Thursdays are the biggest TV nights for some reason. Let me know what you guys watch. Tell me in the comments if there's anything I should be watching, or fun suggestions. Let's make this a community. I was just going to put sunflowers on this page, but then I decided to make it harder on myself and draw checkers. So I'm highlighting the days and the numbers, because I like to date it as well, just to help me keep track. And now I'm drawing a checkered pattern on the bottom below it, and then I'm going to put it in the top where I usually put a title. But since I've been using this same tracker for a while now, I decided I didn't really need a title for it this time. I'd rather just have more designs. By the way, I'm doing this with, I'm creating these boxes with a Tombow, and it's probably not the best to use a brush pen to get, stay well within the lines and get straight lines, but, I did it anyway. You know me, I'm a rebel. Only a few more pages left until you guys find out what the double giveaway is. Stay tuned. Alright, and now I'm using my Uniball Signo white gel pen. It's my favorite gel pen, especially for like writing over black marker. It shows up better than really any other ones I've tried. But anyway, I'm using it to kind of straighten out the lines and fix some little mistakes that I made with the Tombow. Now I'm using the other half of the flower that I cut earlier, and then I cut a smaller one, and I made a little trio of sunflowers down at the bottom of that page, and I think it looks really cute. And now I'm going to color all of the tabs, so I don't have to keep doing it at the end of every page. And then I'm filling in what it is. I call this page my media trackers. It's all TV, music, movie stuff. My next 2-page spread is my shipping, my online shopping page, basically. The first column is where I ordered it from. The second column is the date I ordered it. Then the date that it's shipped. The next column is the date that it arrives. And then the last 2 columns are optional. If I return something, I want to be able to track that too. So I'll put when I sent it back. And then I just want to make sure that it gets back into my bank account. So I have a column as well for that. So I remembered to go and check to make sure that it was deposited. Now I'm going back in with the same yellow marker, yellowish gold marker, and just kind of highlighting every other row of boxes, just to add a little color to the page. And now, again, I was going to put sunflowers, but I decided to add some checkers again. I just loved it so much on the page before that I just had to do it again. So I'm doing that. This time I am drawing them out with Pigma Micron, and then I'm going to color them in with the Tombow again, I think. They're not perfect and they're not even because I, wasn't planning this when I made it, so it's not like I left like a perfect amount of spaces, but it looks weird when it's just one row. It doesn't give the same checkered effect, so I had to put 2 rows, even if one was smaller. I'm happy with it, and that's all that matters. My next page are just my regular monthly trackers. I didn't label them on screen for you, but I did use one of the little 3 corner pieces with the 3 sunflowers on it, and then I took the bigger sunflower and I cut 2 in half so that they're just half sunflowers above each monthly tracker, and I left 1 full line of space between the flower and the calendar so that I had room to label them. Now I'm labeling the tab with my monthly tracker and moving on to the last 2 pages. So because this month starts on a Friday, my first weekly spread would only have 2 days in it, so I had an extra page. So I decided to bring back my YouTube planner that I had been using last spring, I believe, or the early last year. Because I had several videos planned this month and then I just didn't write them down and I kind of forgot to do them, and now it's the end of the month and I am editing 3 videos at one time. My bad. I'm really stressing myself out, guys. But it's, it's my own fault. I kind of procrastinated, and I also had some art block on my bullet journal theme. I'm happy, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy with how it came out, but getting here, for some reason, was a process this month. It happens every once in a while. I really psych myself up because I want to do well for you guys. I don't want to be doing the same kinds of things over and over again. I want to keep it interesting. I want to keep the colors interesting, and I came up with a whole theme and then realized I wanted to use it for June. So I have June's already planned out in my head. So, stay tuned for that. I just tried a few different black pens to do these smaller boxes, and decided on this Fudanesque. It's a brush pen, but it has a firmer brush to it, so it's a lot easier to fill in a smaller section. So I did some checkers at the top of the YouTube planning one too, in kind of a fun little diagonal shape. Not shape, but yeah, I guess. Almost like a banner at the top, but sideways. And then at the bottom of the first weekly layout is just a little building block of different squares. And then obviously I'm going to add some sunflowers to the page. Keep it interesting, keep it fun, keep it fresh. Now I'm splitting the YouTube planning page into 4 because it'll be week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, excuse me. And I'm going back and outlining the checkers on the YouTube planning page because I just filled the squares in earlier and I didn't actually draw lines in between them. I was hoping it would give it a little bit more of a polished look because I'd just be kind of fixing the edges a little bit, and I think it worked. So like I said, I've been working on, I'm editing 3 videos like today. So you guys are going to be getting 3 videos like right in a row. I'm just going to be popping them out. I'm just labeling the boxes at the top with Friday and Saturday, because those are the first 2 days of the month, the 1st and the 2nd, which at this point are very soon. And adding some little sunflowers in. Alright, now as I usually do, I go to my future log, see what I have written down for the month, and then I transfer it onto my monthly calendar page. I've got a few birthdays this month, I've got a tattoo consultation, a dentist appointment, and you know, some fun stuff, some less fun stuff. But at least I'm writing it down and keeping track of it so I don't forget. We're almost there, guys. We're in the home stretch. We're going to do the flip through, and then we're going to get right down to what the giveaway is. And it's a double giveaway because this is my 2-year anniversary on YouTube. So here's the final flip through. I hope you like it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love it. It's very fun for me. Alright, it's double giveaway time. I hope you guys stay till the end. I'm going to be giving away 2 sets for a beginner bullet journaler. So each person's going to get an A5 dot grid journal. They're 120 GSM Artist Loft journals. They each have, you know, the expendable pockets at the back. They have the 2 bookmarks and pen holders. You're also each going to get a set of primary color Tombow dual brush markers. They're water-based markers. They'll be great in these notebooks. Then you're each going to get a set of stickers. Don't be thrown by the themes of the stickers. There's a one that's for quote-unquote teachers, but it would also be great for any student. And then there's one that's quote-unquote wedding. They both have a lot of stickers in them. But there's also plenty of stickers in here that have nothing to do with weddings. They're just floral or just little leaves, little... This one has like a bunch of little numbers in it, check marks. And also, at the beginning, there's a sticker for every month of the year, which I thought was really cool. Next up, you're going to each get 2 mechanical papermate pencils and 2 of my favorite gel pens that I mentioned in this video, the Uniball Signo in white. And then you're each going to get an 03 Pigma Micron pen. So, the rules are at the end of this video. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Or on Instagram, I'll announce the winner in my May 2022 bullet journal setup. And I'll see you guys really soon. Good luck!